Hi guys, here you can see me solo last boss of Uldaman, Archaedas, as a warlock in Season of Discovery Phase 2 and the way it is done. The boss is level 47 and as a level 40 it took some time, 33 minutes exactly. And that's because almost all of my spells, which are mainly dots, are resisted completely, or the damage, which is shown on the right side of the screen, is partially resisted. I could never face tank him at this level. I mean, he doesn't hit that hard, but the lack of damage and healing would have killed me eventually. That's why I chose this strat. Now you might wonder how I got this far alone, and I must admit I got helped by two very nice players who were willing to sacrifice their time to come activate the altars at boss room and the room above him with me, since it needs 3 players to complete the last parts of the dungeon, including the last boss. Before this I had soloed this instance completely at this point using mainly tank and spank strat or a couple of kite spots, which I'm gonna show you in this video. Because it took very much time, way over 2 hours to get to last boss, I was afraid of respawns, so I did other bosses in a separate clear and I'm gonna show you their kills later in this video. Also, because of time usage, I asked the 2 people that helped me to help me kill the mobs in the gauntlet and a couple of trash bags between the gauntlet and last boss, since those alone would have taken me almost like 1 hour to solo and I didn't want to waste their time that long just waiting. So I guess technically this wasn't 100% soloed instance, but I know I could have killed the mobs just like I had done with the previous similar pack, so I did approve myself this help. As a whole, Uldaman ain't that hard what comes to mechanics. The hardest thing here is the dungeon level, which is way higher than optimal for Season of Discovery Phase 2. The trash mobs are pretty straightforward, almost only physical damage dealers. Only a couple of casters, silencing bats, and a couple of poison dots, which won't do that much damage. The hardest packs for me were the big packs of scorpions, Shadow Forge and Earthen Dwarf packs combined with elemental golems, and of course the last Trog packs before the gauntlet room, which had like 4 level 45 elite Trogs. The Trog Maulers hit very hard and they burst with trash many hits in a row, and that chunked like about 60% of my HP instantly. So I really had no hope killing them without this kite spot where I killed the last boss also. If you're trying to do this, note that the mobs sometimes hit a bit further than their melee range when they switch directions, so keep a bit safety distance just in case. There's also another good kite spot which I used with a very good success before the third boss Ironaya, and I'll show you it here. Here I pulled quite a lot of mobs from a great distance and also the boss Ancient Stonekeeper. By the way, the elemental golems or stone giants, whatever, do some close range AoE stunts, so be aware of that. Also the gauntlet elementals explode when they die, so don't be close to them when they're dying. I noticed that there are many kite spots in this whole instance, and I think almost all of the walls that have the ancient titan decoration in them alter the mob's route to you when you jump up on them and back down on the floor. Here in the screen I'm killing Grimlok, the next to last boss in Uldaman, but unfortunately I lost some footage of the early stages of the pool where I was using one of the vases in the corner to mitigate some melee damage from adds. The boss fight has 3 adds, but it's actually doable with bursting one of the caster mobs down next to him and kiting the melee mobs while drain lifing them in the boss room. Also before Grimlok there is this room that has vases in every corner. You can use this right back corner vase when you enter the room and jump on top of it to make the mobs run all the way to another side of the room and then just jump back and forth to kite them. These kite spots are very usable for any ranged class, but I think especially these are good for mages. The trash mobs of Uldaman later parts drop very good BOE loot if you're lucky, so you can take these spots to help you farm those. Now I encourage you to go experiment with this, and maybe we will see something like 150 mobs killed in 15-minute mage runs. By the way, here in the screen you can see my talents, runes and consumables. I really recommend you try to boost your spell power and armor a lot. How much spell power you should sacrifice for armor, it kinda depends. It's kinda obvious that when you're kiting and not getting hit, you should just put on your full spell power gear, but when you're doing easier trash, toss in your armor set instead. I'm going to do a warlock soloing guide video with every little bits of details and tricks that you should know and master about warlock soloing dungeons, so consider that subscribing to see it when it's done. All in all, soloing Uldaman wasn't the easiest job and I had a fair share of wipes learning this, but actually I'm quite confident of it now and I might use Uldaman, also the later parts of the instance, to solo farm some gold. The early parts of Uldaman are great to solo, but would I recommend people to try to solo the last boss? Absolutely not. The last parts of the instance are so much easier done in a good group, and if you get it done, be sure you get the platinum disc quests in the end. It will reward you a 14 slot back and some gold. Would I do it again? Not at this level, maybe later. But was it worth it? Totally. I have now completed my phase 2 goal, which was to solo all the dungeon content available. This happened a bit faster than I thought, but I'm starting the preparations for phase 3 now. Next I'm gonna show you rest of the boss skills in this video. Check out the description to fast navigate. Like if you liked, and subscribe to see more of my videos. See you again next time. Peace!
To my side, brothers. For the makers.